Nicole from Move America, and today I'm going to be joined by Vikram Dogra, who is from the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really happy to have you here. So firstly, just tell us a little bit about your role in the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority.
Great, thank you, Nicole. So I'm the Chief Fare Transformation Officer at the MBTA, which is the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. We provide public transit services to the greater Boston metropolitan region. We are the oldest transit agency in the United States. We are also the most congested metropolitan region in the United States. So more cars on the road make it worse, obviously for us more than anywhere else. And this is obviously pre-COVID numbers. I'm not sure where we are today. So at the T, I'm responsible for maintaining and operating our current fare system, which includes all the fare vending machines, fare gates, fare boxes, etc. And I'm also responsible for delivering an advanced fare system that will build the foundation for mobility as a service platform. So that's my role.
Lovely. And you mentioned there your new advanced fare system. So tell us a little bit about that and how this will impact transport and accessibility.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm really excited about it. So we're currently designing and delivering a $1 billion fare transformation program that involves modernizing our current fare technology. It is being delivered through a public-private partnership model. It is essentially, I think it is the only fare system P3 in the world, but certainly in North America. It is that big in dollars. It's almost $1 billion. It's a little shy of $1 billion, like 925 million, I think, or something in that order of magnitude. It's being done through a design, build, finance, operate, maintain contract over a 13-year term period with an optional additional 10 years. When completed, and we will start seeing phased implementation over the next few months. Obviously, any P3 has its own challenges, but we should soon start seeing some outcomes. It will be an account-based system that will include contactless payments as well as a full account-based with a card system. What is most exciting about this program that we're delivering is it allows a lot of policy flexibility, which we don't currently have with our aging system. So we will be able to offer a lot of unique things like fare capping, income-based fares, and so many other things that have social equity at their core. So and we will also have all-door boarding that will allow us to provide the same level of boarding as we currently do in our subway system. So there's that equity piece that most of the people who use bus don't have the same level of access to other faster modes of transit. So that was the idea when those people before me who sort of thought about this structure. So that's very exciting.
No, it's very exciting and it's great. And obviously that's what the next step that you took as a company to make transportation more accessible and easy for everyone. But what do you think that the industry needs to do as a whole to make transportation more affordable, more accessible? What do you think the next steps will be as a country or as an industry? Broad question, I know, sorry.
Yeah. So you're right. It is a broad question. It's a complex topic that, all of us who are practitioners and people who've spent our careers working in transportation, we've always struggled with, right? First, last mile connectivity, first, last person connectivity and access to transit. These are all complex problems, right? They involve things like land use, regional travel demand, transit-oriented development, affordable housing, welfare to work, access to work, right? So it's very complex. But if I were to simplify it and bring it closer to this conversation and, where I feel humbly that I can influence and we can in my team with what we are developing, delivering, it allows us to, deliver a full mobility as a service platform, and we're doing the foundational work for it, because that will have to be account-based, right? This will allow us to pull many policy levers, as I was talking about, on income-based fares, fare capping, so we can target the most vulnerable communities, right? Which you cannot serve if you come up with a general large transit system, which is such a legacy system built over now more than 100 years. So what is exciting for me is that it is the foundational first step. This will allow us to, combine some of the micromobility and shared mobility providers to our system that can serve not only the first and last mile, but also the first and last 4 or 5 miles, right? You can expand your reach. You can go to those riders that cannot come to us today, right? So we will be able to connect them and expand our network through partnerships with other private providers. So that's what's exciting, and I think that's where the challenge is. And I think we've all transit agencies, right? We are not unique in that space. They've all been struggling with and working on for decades now. But now with technology, we have access to those solutions.
No, definitely. And is this your first time at Move America this year?
Yes, I've been trying to do this for the last 3-4 years, but COVID happened. So I'm super excited about being out there. This would be my first physical conference since COVID. So
lovely.
Yeah.
What can we expect to hear from you there?
So building upon some of the things that we're talking about here, but the panel I'm on is how payment systems can revolutionize the customer experience. So you will be hearing from me about some of the key features that we are developing in our current system. And also I'm excited to learn from others and also share my experiences on where we think the future is and where things are going in terms of the new technologies that are coming in the fare system space. So I'm excited to talk about the new payments technologies, the payments options that transit providers will have, and therefore our riders will have.
No, that's great. And we're very excited to have you there. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was lovely to chat to you, and yeah, see you in Austin.
Thank you. Same here. Yes, I'm excited and looking forward to seeing you and others at Move America in Austin.